Welcome back, everybody, to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I ventured into the ruins of the town of Thornhope, and I rescued some of these survivors, and now they all have some quests for me. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pick all of these up, obviously, and I'm just going to go left to right.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Ah, Kippen, I did not have the time to properly thank you for your assistance. The affront against my Thane and my people is unforgivable. Many died. Men, women, children, young and old alike, butchered by the orcs. There were 3 of the creatures in particular that I would see slaughtered where they stand. They deserve no less. These 3, Bidroy, Grish, and Ruzok, murdered Thane Wulfrod's family, and they would have slain Byrhtnoth as well, had the giant not come and saved them. Aye, Byrhtnoth is not as mad as he seems. Would you enter Thornhope and bring these devils to justice?
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Kippen, you brought me out of the pit of pity and despair, and for that I thank you. But while I no longer desire death, I do desire vengeance. Do you know what it's like to see your wife and children brutalized and murdered before you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it? I do. The orcs did just that, and when they were done, I begged for death myself. Only the creature which led that band, an orc called Matumark, would not allow them to grant me my wish. I was allowed to bury what remained of my children, but my wife I never saw again. Kippen, if naught else comes of this horror, I ask only for one thing. See to it that Matmukar perishes in Thornhope. Let my family have the justice they deserve.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
It is intolerable. My people have been all but destroyed by the orcs, and now we must resort to burning bodies to prevent their defilement. Let the orcs burn as well then. Will you join us and take revenge upon the orcs? Together we will drive them forth from Thornhope and into ruin.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to dispel them at all cost.
Angela weeps for her losses, a husband and daughter and son. Perhaps there are some remnants of their belongings which you might bring to help her deal with her grief.
Please, I need your help.
Mama, Papa, the little girl sobs. I'm scared. I cannot find Mama and Papa. I want my doll, Boat. I lost her when I hid from the monsters. Please find Boat.
Hail, friend. May I have a moment of your time?
Thane Wulfrod was a good man and a good master. His son likewise has a good heart and wishes nothing but peace for his people, what remain of them. However, his heart is burdened by his own losses. Perhaps he will help ease his pain by finding any valuables that may yet remain in the ruins and bringing them here. You have been kind to us already, but this kindness would be a great service to the new Thane.
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate.
This
Rohan
is
must rally.
insufferable. My dear cousin Byrhtnoth is hardly in a position to lead our people, what remains of them. He persists in the belief that we should stay and fight for this ruin. Well, I will not suffer this discomfort any longer. Surely some few comforts of mine survived the destruction of the city. Go into Thornhope and bring me whatever comforts you can scavenge. I simply refuse to sleep upon this hard ground for one more night. I guess that's that noble. That's kind of funny. All he cares about is his blanket. Let us away then, for Thornhope.
Ruin! Rack and ruin! These orcs and uruks have brought ruin to my home, and I will bring ruin to them. If it were not for that tree, or was it a giant tree? No matter! If it had not saved me, I would not be alive to take my revenge.
Let us bring death and ruin to the destroyers. Let us take blood for blood of the fallen.
But the servants of the enemy are everywhere.
Let the waters run black with the groom of the orcs. Justice for Thornhope. Death to the orcs. I'm gonna just kind of try to stay one step ahead. Alright, where else? We must rest for a moment, but not too long. We have much to do. Why do we wait? Let us bring death to the foe. You are right, Waddell. Let us press on. Looks like those Uruks were bullying that little goblin. Poor little guy. Got multiple leaders of the invasion here. Don't really know where they're gonna want to turn to next. We have taken the mead hall, or what is left of it. For the moment, let us rest here. Rest? There is no rest for the accursed ruin. To battle. For justice. Once again, you are right, Waddell. There is no safety in Thornhope. We must press on. Lots of enemies to deal with here, but that's alright. Get these little guys. A lot of orcs to kill. Let me just try to round all of these up. We have brought at least some justice to those beasts. Which murdered Waddell's family and mine, but this battle's not over yet. It is over. I have not the strength to see this through. This is where my family perished. Nay, Waddell, we are too close to give up now. We must continue. Justice will be served. Alright. Trying to catch up on the text there. Gonna put a few AoEs on them, and then... try to get these guys killed real quick. These silences, man, they really slow my flow. Come on, guys, let's run. We have done well, but there are too many orcs for one assault.
I hope we will find aid in time.
There are too many orcs to dislodge from the city with but one assault. We must retreat and recuperate for the next assault. Let us return to camp. We will prepare for another assault. So I'm assuming that's going to be a repeatable.
What brings you to these lands?
There are too many orcs to disperse with but one attack. But I will not rest until the remainder have been slain or driven off. You have my thanks for your assistance.
Our success depends upon our strength.
So...
Will you aid us?
Yeah, see, this is a repeatable quest. So that's the one we just did, and then there's a repeatable. So, for all intents and purposes, I guess they are two separate quests that I have to do for the 100%. Ah, Kip, insanity returns to me, or so it seems to me at least, but I cannot rest until the filthy orcs are driven from my home. You have been a great aid thus far. Will you join us once again? The orcs retaliate, but we know these lands better than they and can melt away and return before they know it. They, however, have no refuge. If we can drive them into Fangorn, I believe they may not return. To Thornhope, then. So I may fast forward this because we literally just did it. So I'm gonna fast forward it. Okay, so we're done.
What brings you to these lands?
Your aid has been of great value, but this is going to take longer than I expected. So I guess you can do it every few hours. I'm not going to do it again, obviously.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Kippen, if I am to see the survivors safely to Eowyrth, a safe path must be made. Mounted scouts from the enemy roam the Vale and would present a significant hindrance to our journey south. Would you hunt these scouts and defeat a few so that we may leave here relatively safely? If you bring me their spears, it would be great aid, for my people could defend themselves should the need arise. So another quest to kill mounted enemies, of course. But first, let me go into Thornhope and do some of the quests there. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm looking for a bunch of stuff. There's some named orcs I gotta kill. There's a little blanket over there. Let me go to the blanket. But let me stop here and kill this group. I'm silenced. Named orc here. That archer is being a pain. Completed the Orc Slayer Advanced. Makes sense. I've killed a ridiculous amount of them. Okay. Got a sickle. Not interested in killing that guy. It's locked. Maybe that guy has the key, I don't know. Yeah, didn't think so. There's a doll. What else? Pillow up there. Don't want to fight those. I might have to. That one's locked, can't go in there, that's okay. We just kind of round all these guys up. Alright, they're gonna interrupt. And, oh man, I'm silenced. As always. Okay. Very good. There's a cloak. Right there. No, I can't jump. It's alright, there's a little exit here. Alright. There's a quest ring down there, but also one over here. I know I can go in here. Wonder if there's stuff in there for me to collect. For sure. Got a ring. Okay, nothing else in here. Let me change the quest a little bit. So let me get rid of these two and add these two. Okay. My gosh, the silences are so annoying. Okay, ornate chest, that's a resource node, so nothing that I need. But here's this guy. Okay, and there's more guys over that side. There he is. Okay. And then maybe one more guy here. There he is. Always with the silence. And I think that's it. I think that was all those quests. So let me go turn in this batch. Hopefully he won't chase all the way out here. That would be a little ridiculous. You have my gratitude, Kippen. The spirits of my children can now have peace. Okay, so I don't have anything for him just yet.
Our mission is dire.
Ah, I am satisfied then. You have my gratitude, Kippen.
Time is short.
Angela
and so is
sobs,
hope.
but pauses her weeping long enough to take her family's belongings from you. She looks at you in surprise. Thank you, stranger. These belong to my husband and my children. My thanks to you.
Are the orcs going to eat us?
Little Front clutches her doll to her breast. Oh, thank you, kind warden. Do you think you can find my mama and papa? Nay, I suppose not. The girl begins to weep again.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
It is a wonder these things remain, Kippen. The seal especially is a great token of the House of Thornhope. You should present these to the Thane at once. Thank you.
What brings you to these lands?
Bjortnoth's gaze seems distant and unfocused. After a moment, his eyes focus and he sees your gift. You say that Mathild asked you to bring these to me. She was always a good girl, sweet disposition. I will treasure these as the last heirlooms of the House of Thornhope. Still no new quest here, okay. I suppose I must be grateful. You have performed your duty well. These trifles must do, I suppose.
We must turn to the offensive.
Stop moving. No. I missed the dialogue, damn it. Oh well. I missed the dialogue. Maybe I'll pause the video when it was up and read it. I'll do that if I remember. I'll remember because I always listen to the episodes before I publish them. So I'll hear myself saying these very words and I'll be like, quit being lazy and go re-edit the video and read it. Alright, that's just me talking to myself. So, let me pull this up into Fangorn and then Hope from Thornhope. I need to kill more mounted orcs. Always. Has to be the scouts only, I think, though. Maybe not. Maybe it can be any ranged unit or mounted unit. The mounted scouts of the enemy surely have a captain who leads them. You should find him and defeat him. I will look. Let's see, he's towards the west. Let me slowly make my way that way. That one did not drop a spear. That last one that I killed. And neither did that one. Is it gonna be one of these quests where you have to kill 27 of them? That'd be sad. I mean, those aren't really carrying spears. So maybe it's the riders and not the scouts. No, I guess it's just kind of random. Okay, good. Let me keep making my way towards the boss there. Come on, give me a spear. Okay. And there he is. There's the big boy. Gonna slowly melt him down. Wasn't expecting him to be Uruk. Alright, nice. Just need 2 more spears and I'll be good to go. One more. Please drop it. Yay. That worked out well. Let me go turn these in. And then maybe we'll start making our way towards Fangorn. I don't know. I'm waiting for the Vector quest. Virtue cap reached. I need to change which one I'm earning then. Let's see. Determination. Probably discipline. I can do discipline. There we go. Oh, I read past it and I got aggro. Dang it. That's alright. I'm just gonna dismount. Gonna use my little hobbit silence. That's right. Get out of here, you fool.
Our mission is dire.
You have rendered us a service unasked for once again. The defeat of this captain will be of great help to us. Thank you, Kippen.
Our mission is dire.
You have brought me more spears than we need, but that is well, for it means that if one spear is broken, we have replacements. Thank you for your aid, friend.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Kippen, it occurs to me now that I recall seeing smoke and ashes in the air near the eaves of Fangorn, while I was wandering back from Blackthorn's Grove. Now that I consider it, it seems strange, for the forest there was not burned, and my folks seldom go close to Fangorn. Will you journey to that place? It is to the west of here, and learn if my memories are true and not simply my imaginings of a maddened mind. Okay. So I think that's going to take me to that fishing camp, I would imagine. No, because there's the camp, and that's where I'm going, so... Getting close to it, but not entirely right at it. I'm excited to quest in the Eaves of Fangorn, and I really don't remember too much about that area. I know there's been a few instances that we've done in Fangorn, out of Isengard. Oh, this is where the epic was. Mysterious old man. That can't be good. You remember what Lord Aramir said in the beginning of the Two Towers? They say that Saruman walks here or there, disguised as an old man, hooded and cloaked. So, who knows? Ah, Kippen. I have been waiting for you. Yes, I know you, and you know me, though you may not realize it yet. I have heard from Blackthorn and into Fangorn that you have been aiding young Byrhtnoth of Thornhope. His hopes of restoring his home, alas, are in vain. At least until the war is ended and the orcs are driven forth. Nevertheless, there are a few things you may yet do to hasten the victory of the free peoples in Rohan. If you wish to truly give Thane Byrhtnoth and his people a hope of surviving the orc invasion, you will need to cut off the orcs from reinforcement. To the northeast of here, there is an encampment of goblins and wargs called Thrug Unur. The goblins that came down from Moria in pursuit of the company of which you know, but which I will not name, and were pressed into service by Saruman's Uruk-hai. Enter Thrug Unur and deal with the captain of the goblins, Zan. Cut the head from the serpent and the body will die. Return to me when the deed is done. I think we can better suspect who this old man is, especially considering the location where we're at. But we'll do some quests in the next episode and maybe find out a little bit more about him. So see you then.